Hey, everybody, welcome back to the Modern Customer Podcast. I'm your host, Blake Morgan. My next guest is Neil Gibson, the Senior Vice President of Global Customer Experience at FedEx. FedEx started in 1973 with a bold idea: make overnight delivery reliable. Today, it connects more than 220 countries and territories as it continues to set the standard for global logistics and customer experience. And FedEx employs almost 500,000 employees worldwide. Neil Gibson leads customer experience at FedEx, managing 11,000 team members, supporting over 500,000 customer transactions every day across customer experience, package research and recovery, packaging services, revenue planning, fraud security and controls, and global customer systems, digital, and insights. He's had a 26-year career at FedEx, holding roles across corporate comms, marketing, export product management, digital marketing, and this gives him a brand perspective on how customer experience operations and tech come together. Prior to joining FedEx, Neil served as a captain in the U.S. Air Force. We're very excited to talk to Neil today. Please enjoy Neil Gibson. Neil, welcome to the Modern Customer Podcast, all the way from Tennessee. How are you doing today?
Doing great, Blake. Thank you so much for having me. This is an honor to be a part of the Modern Customer Podcast. Been listening to you for a really long time and honored to be a part of this all the way from Memphis, where I don't know if in LA, but it's like 100 degrees here and really hot and humid.
Yeah, it's 100 degrees here too. One time I was there for a conference where you are, and I remember I went out at 7 a.m. before my speech to go for a run, and I immediately turned right back around. I was like, nope, it's too hot.
Too hot.
How do you
It's
beat
too
the
hot.
heat? What do you do?
We stay inside.
Oh, that works.
We stay inside as much as we can
That really
and
works.
eat a lot of ribs and a lot of barbecue.
I mean, you got to eat your protein if you're going to survive those hot days.
You have to.
It's so nice to connect with you. I mean, just reading your bio, I can't believe you have 11,000 people on your team. Did I read that correct?
That's correct. 11,000 customer experience team members around the world who wake up every day to help our customers and deliver what we call the Purple Promise.
So there's so many places that we could take this podcast because you have obviously FedEx is such an iconic brand. You're literally delivering on the promise. You're delivering the package. Let's just talk about the culture and as a leader, how you create that culture of accountability and customer obsession. What are some of the things that you do as a leader to ensure that your 11,000 team members who might not all see you every day, that they feel that customer connection?
Now, I'd love to. And first, before I jump into that, Blake, I want to talk a little bit about FedEx just to give a scope and scale and size of the company. It's 450,000 team members around the world. We serve 220 countries and territories. We have 4,000 facilities, which includes 2,000 FedEx office locations. We have 700 aircraft, 175,000 motorized vehicles. We move 2 trillion with a T worth of goods every single year. And daily, we're shipping 18 million packages around the world. And we've been doing this for 53 years. At that scope, scale, and size, this is a massive, massive operation that just has to turn around every day and do it all over again. And it all started from our founder, Fred Smith, when he started this company in 1973. Put it in a context, on April 17th, 1973, we shipped 186 packages to 10 cities. Today, we do 18 million after 53 years. It's just quite a remarkable story in what he was able to build. And he built it based on a culture that he coined people, service, profit. And it's a really simple equation for leaders. You take care of people who deliver outstanding service, who deliver profits from our customers on a company, and you reinvest it back into your company and to your people. And that's the approach that we take when it comes to our customer experience team members around the world. Living that culture of people, service, profit, and how do we enable our teams to deliver what I just talked about earlier is the Purple Promise. I will make every FedEx experience outstanding. How do we do that? One, we coach, we reward, and we recognize our team members, and we give them the tools and the technology and the empowerment to make decisions and solve problems for customers. So it's quite remarkable what this company does every single day, how we power the industrial networks around the world. And it's that culture that our founder built 53 years ago that still lives to this day. I don't know if you had a chance to see some of our television commercials a couple of years ago where we highlighted our team members, drivers and couriers and package handlers on the front lines who would make the extra step to deliver the ring onto the beach at the wedding. Like the bride and groom are walking down the beach. I think it was in Southern California. And then courier shows up. Here's the wedding ring. And he
Hmm.
got it to them right on time.
Oh my God, I love
Just
that.
amazing, amazing stories.
I love that. I love that. And you seem to be someone with accountability because you were in the Air Force, you were a captain in the Air Force. So clearly being accountable is something that you've always learned and embodied. But how do you create that accountability across, like you said, almost 500,000 employees?
So it starts for us at something we call our Customer Experience Steering Committee. Matter of fact, we just held a forum this morning. It's chaired by our Chief Customer Officer, Bree Carreri. I'm responsible for running the meeting. In that Customer Experience Steering Committee, we are reviewing the 14, what we call enterprise service performance metrics that we know drive customer satisfaction and drive accountability. So it's all things from like service level. What is our pickup reliability? How good are we solving problems? What about ways that we help our customers get the right visibility to their package? We drive that accountability through the organization through just a relentless obsession to metrics and goals. And when we're not achieving our metrics, we use quality-driven management, which is a management practice that Mr. Smith put into place when he was our founder and chairman, which views failures as opportunities and how do we continue to get better. How do we bring that level of accountability? It starts at the very top of the organization, and then those metrics and measures run all the way down to the front line on how they're doing their job and being held accountable for that.
Well, I would love to hear more about this steering committee, about the chief customer office, and about how you think about customer experience at the company. What do you think makes your approach different? Just, you've been around, you're networking, you meet people. Like, what would you say makes FedEx different as far as the thought process and the approach?
People had an opportunity, or Blake, you had an opportunity to come into our customer experience steering committee. I think the thing that you would see that I hope you would see and feels different to me, is it's all about the customer. It's everything that sits around the customer. When we're making decisions, how's this impact the customer? When we're changing the digital experience, how's that going to impact the customer? When we're making this particular business decision around products or services, how's that going to make the customer's journey improve? How are we bringing value to that next level customer so they can get a better experience whenever they're moving through our networks? I told you we do $2 trillion worth of goods that move throughout the FedEx network. That's all things from like servers from Asia that are supplying our artificial intelligence data centers to healthcare customers who are moving life-saving medicine and tools and equipment. There's so much that moves through our network that has high value, it's high importance, or it's something to save a life. We've got to continue to be centered around that customer and their experience, and how do we continue to improve it and deliver upon that promise. So I would say what you see differently that sits in with FedEx, we are a customer-centric company and are constantly thinking about what can we do to improve the experience on behalf of our customers.
So let's get down to some of the ways that you tackle tough challenges at FedEx. Supply chain is a huge challenge for any type of company, particularly one with such complex products and services that you sell. You even started talking about all the different from FedEx Office is so much, so expansive. So how do you tackle complex supply chain challenges for customers?
Now, it's interesting, and our president and CEO, Raj Subramaniam, has said this on countless calls. Before the pandemic, no one talked about supply chains.
Yeah.
They were not boardroom conversations. After the pandemic, supply chain is a boardroom conversation. And supply chains have now become extremely complex and very critical for any businesses to exceed. And the complexity is just increasing. It's not going away. So our job at FedEx is how do we step in and remove complexity from our customers' day-to-day operations So we're just not only helping them to manage it, but we're helping them to manage it better and to improve their operation. So our job is, how do we make supply chain solutions smarter? Our mission, our vision as a company is we will make supply chain smarter for our customers. And so we work with our digital teams, on our FedEx data work teams, and taking a more connected view of customers' inventory, their logistics networks, and their transportation activities. And we combine those insights from all of our around our global network and bring better visibility to customers. Like in our business, we capture on a daily basis 2 petabytes of data. 2 petabytes of data daily about what's moving through our network.
Yeah.
With all of that information, we can turn that information into actionable insights. We talk a little bit about here at FedEx too about what we call a digital twin of the package. So not only what's in the package, but what's everything about that package. Where did it originate? What's inside the package? Where was it sourced from? When does it need to be delivered? I have to share with you a quote from our founder. Again, I've spoken with him quite a number of times already. Frederick W. Smith, again, started our company in 1973. He said the information about the package is more important than the package itself. What's remarkable about that statement is he said it in 1978, well before any of this understanding of data and AI and all of that.
Yeah.
We continue to understand that the data about that package is so critically important. And that's how we're able to step in and help our customers improve their supply chains. And we do it really for 3 things: improved visibility. So more precise tracking that tells our customers not just where their package is, what's happening, and what's next. And then through that insights, we give them better control through things like our digital experiences, with all the things that have been happening around trade and all of the changes that have been happening in de minimis and new trade rules and tariffs.
Right.
We take those data and insights and we built something called Global Trade Navigator, which helps our customers who are shipping internationally know their upfront duties and taxes, their landed costs, and any documents they need, because there's a lot of complexity when it comes to international. And then finally, it's really peace of mind. Like all of this information, all of the data that we have, we can analyze this at scale for our customers so we can find root causes of issues and fix them before they even become a problem. Does that help a little bit, Blake?
I mean, it's interesting. I have a friend, her family has a Polish, they're Polish, but they have a restaurant technology business, like all the technology that you would put in a kitchen, and very successful. But yeah, the tariffs, it's really impacted business owners. So I'm sure having insight and having that knowledge is really powerful to figure out like what's the most efficient way to maximize any type of shipping, international or otherwise. Let's talk about the digital transformation. And then, of course, I definitely want to know how you're using AI.
Absolutely. And so I have a question for you, Blake. Do you wake up in the morning and want to call an 800 number? Have you ever like woken up and like, I can't wait to call an 800
I don't
number
even
today?
want to talk to my family before I've had coffee. So I would say no.
Okay, so I think the answer is no. I've asked that question to a number of different groups, and there's only one person who's ever said yes to that, and it's my mom. My mom loves getting up and calling 800 numbers. Nobody wants to call an 800 number. And our within FedEx, we know we've got to pivot to bringing better, improved digital experiences. We know today that 70% of our customers who end up picking up the phone and calling 100 Go FedEx started their journey on FedEx.com or a mobile app. We know our customers are coming to digital for information about their package, actions they want to take about their package, questions about their package, questions about their bill. So we are making big investments in our digital journeys to improve that experience, making it easier for customers to understand what's happening in package. And that artificial intelligence that I talked about before, we're able to make predictions on when is the estimated delivery date of your package. When do we expect your package to be delivered? And if there is a delay, why was there a delay? And when do we expect it to be delivered? And we're also using that artificial intelligence for our customers to help predict if there's going to be a potential problem. Is there an issue that may occur with that package due to weather? Something might have occurred with a flight. How do we then take actions to get that package back on track and delivered on time? So the investments that we're making within our digital experience is one we're already seeing our customers really gravitate toward and want to use it. And in terms of artificial intelligence, excited that we're going to start, I think later this, not think, I know later this fall, we're going to be rolling out something we call Digital Support Manager. On FedEx.com, you see it says Ask FedEx at the bottom right.
Mm-hmm.
Powered by artificial intelligence, we know it's going to bring a differentiated and improved experience for customers who have questions about what's moving through the network. So for us within the customer experience team and within FedEx overall, so many investments that we're making in digital, all based on this massive amounts of data that we have about packages moving through our network, and how do we ensure we deliver them on time, every time.
Yeah, because even just thinking, obviously, everyone has some kind of experience with FedEx. If you're a human being, you order products, you shopper like me. I mean, we're all interacting with your brand all the time. And some of the words that come to mind are visibility, control, peace of mind. We all want more insight. So we can live our lives. It's what you mentioned earlier, just reducing complexity. Nobody wants more complexity. Everybody wants less. So tell us more about AI flowing through your network to give customers that visibility, control, and peace of mind.
Yeah, so that AI that's flowing through our that we are utilizing within FedEx, and again, it's on that 2 petabytes of data that we were talking about earlier before. Understanding so much movement of 18 million packages that are moving through our network every single day gives us the ability to predict or know when things may or may not occur on a movement of a package. And we can get out in front of that ahead of time. That brings customers peace of mind when they are tracking the packages. It also gives us the predictions to help us be almost laser accurate on when we believe that packages are going to be delivered. I'm sure, Blake, that you are running around LA, family, doing things, and suddenly you get a package that's coming to be delivered. You want to know if I've got to be home to sign for it, we're going to be there between 2 and 4. I don't want to be there between 2 and 4 and we don't show up. We use artificial intelligence to ensure that we have the very most accurate delivery date windows and delivery date times. So we're bringing that simplicity to you. We're bringing that peace of mind to you. And you can go on the busy day that you've got, doing all the other things that you've got going on, because waiting around for a package is not something you signed up for in the morning. I hope that helps answer your question.
Well, I keep thinking of this reference that I have a friend who lives in my neighborhood who went to Europe and she needed her GLP-1 vitamin shots, as she describes them. And they need to be refrigerated. And she was in Europe, but she needed it. So when she come back, she could have it. And so she asked me to like go and retrieve it and put it in my refrigerator. So now as just the consumer space evolves and people are buying unique products and shipping them and they can't be too hot or too cold. Like there's just so much complexity. And that's just an example I thought of because I mean, without me, she would have been in trouble.
Yeah, and with that complexity, you're absolutely right. The other option she could have had was to be able to call and have it sent to a FedEx office to store. And we don't have refrigerators in FedEx office, but it would have been air conditioned. But there's other things we can take advantage of to be able to do that, to be able to help to protect that customer's package. But you're absolutely right. GLP-1s, perishables, charcuterie boards,
Yeah.
lobsters, meat, everything that's moving through that our network, we've got to bring that level of visibility so customers can take actions.
Your business is not what's in the package, but if something needs to be refrigerated and the timing, I mean, it's just really important because those things are really expensive and the customer needs to make sure they know where it is.
And that's why it's so important in the investments that we're making through the use of our data, what we're doing in artificial intelligence, and how we bring that visibility, peace of mind, and comfort for our customers so they can take actions on those packages that need that a little bit of additional care.
So, Neil, when it comes to a company like as big as yours, you're processing so much data, so much product, so many people. The metrics running across your screen are everything because what's measured gets improved. And I want to know, like, since you're customer centric, what do the metrics look like?
So for us, when I talked a little bit about that earlier about our customer experience steering committee, we measure everything from the beginning of the package's life cycle to its delivery. So our pickup reliability, are we hitting our pickup reliability metrics so we're picking up from customers? We look at our metrics of moving that package from point A to point B. Are we hitting our service levels? Meaning, are we meeting the commitments that we've said to customers we're going to deliver that package in? Are we then looking, we also look at the package if there's any unfortunate damage that may have happened. What does our damage look like? And then we look at packages when it comes to the recipient, the delivery. Did we deliver it to the right address? Did we put it and follow the customer's instructions? Like your friend, your neighbor, did we put it in the shade? Did we put it
Yeah.
behind the bush where they asked us to be able to do that? And then we look within our customer experience organization when problems do happen, how fast we are resolving those problems, communicating with our customers, and keeping them informed. So we have metrics across the entire customer lifecycle, the entire customer journey. Measure those metrics, have goals against those metrics, and then we take actions when we're not hitting those particular targets or metrics.
Yeah, it's interesting because we all see the trucks, we all get packages delivered. So it's interesting to hear, and I know this is a terrible analogy, but like how the sausage is made, like what's happening in the kitchen, because we see the result, but you're actually in the kitchen looking at how everything gets created and then creates that on-time delivery. Let's wrap up by talking about what I've heard about, which is the owning outstanding idea within FedEx. I love that because I feel like I need to teach that to my kids to inspire this extreme ownership. What does it mean to own outstanding? What does that mean?
So within FedEx, we have 5 culture values. Owning outstanding is one of those. And it's really a representation of what does it take for us to deliver the Purple Promise. Again, that's sort of our overarching item. I will make every FedEx experience outstanding. And when it comes to owning outstanding, is what am I doing to make the customer's experience simple? What am I doing to bring their experience and make it exceptional, outstanding for them? What are we doing to take out friction? And what are we doing to take out frustration from a customer when they want to come and when they're doing business with us? We have countless examples across our couriers, our drivers, our FedEx office team members, our customer experience reps who go above and beyond to deliver for our customers. I have to share with you one example from our FedEx Senior Executive Support Specialist. Her name is Dee Claiborne. Recently, she helped a Marine sergeant receive his prosthetic legs.
Mhm.
And he wrote to her, and I think they're still friends on Facebook. He wrote to her and he said, I want to give a special recognition to you, Dee, whose compassion, professionalism, and reassurance meant more than words can express. Dee did not just provide updates. She gave me confidence and peace during one of the most stressful moments of the year. She treated me not as a case number, but as a human being. Because of her collective efforts, I will be entering the year wearing my new prosthetics.
Yeah.
That means I'll stand, I'll move forward, and I'll live with independence again. Just
Mhm.
like you, I read that and I start to get teary-eyed because of the impact that we had. So to own outstanding, Blake, to get to your question, it starts from our culture. It starts to how we hire and train our team members to deliver the Purple Promise, and then ways that we find to recognize teams who own outstanding. We have Purple Promise Award winners that we celebrate across the company for team members who go above and beyond. And we celebrate the little wins and we celebrate the big wins. It's something that we do, I think, day in and day out. But by living the Purple Promise and taking ownership of the customer experience, we drive quality by keeping things, as I said, simple and removing complexity. And we've got to continue to move quickly and adapt for the unexpected. We got to act with urgency, flexibility, and focus. And I
Mhm.
think to your point you talked about earlier, it's our culture of accountability and owning our customers' experience and issue from end to end and owning it all the way through and the measurements along the way. It's one of the reasons why I'm so proud to have worked here for 27 years, that the passion our team members bring to serve our customers and to own outstanding.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure you have your choice of where you could work and to stay at one company for almost 30 years. I mean, it just shows you must be really happy there.
Love it here. I'm
That's
very,
awesome.
very grateful for Fred Smith. My wife works here too, so it's a family affair.
Oh, I love it. That's awesome. Well, we've already gotten to know you a little bit better. We know that your wife worked at FedEx too, but let's do some rapid fire questions. Do you have five
All right.
minutes to give me before I let you go?
Sounds great. Let's do it. This is the thing I've been waiting for. I
Okay.
love the rapid fire parts of your podcast.
Unfortunately, I don't change the questions. So if you've heard another one, you probably already know the questions, but we'll do it anyway. All right.
All
Neil,
right.
what's the most important part of your morning routine?
Peloton. I have to get my Peloton in the morning.
Well, who's your favorite coach? I have to now follow with that.
Oh my gosh. I mean, we've got everything from Robin Arzon to Ben Aldis to Jen Sherman to
Yeah.
Cody Rigsby to Leanne Hainsby. Aldis, I mean, it runs the gamut. I'm
Cool.
obsessed with Peloton.
Cool. It's so fun, so healthy. What do you do to relax at the end of a hectic day?
It's TV. I sit down and just like watching television shows. It's just a way to unwind.
What show are you currently watching?
The Rooster, we're about ready to finish that up. Just finished the 4 seasons, just finished up Your Friends and Neighbors. Those have been really good.
What's your idea of perfect happiness?
Time with my family.
What is one mental health strategy for managing hard days?
It always looks better in the morning.
That's so smart. That's one of the best ones I've heard. I love it. What is your favorite type of vacation?
I think anything outdoors with my family that combines beach and mountains.
Mm-hmm. Cool. If you could have lunch with anyone dead or alive, who would it be?
My dad passed away 5 years ago, and I would love to have lunch with him and catch him up on the last 5 years.
Aw, that's sweet. And if you had to describe your outlook in one quick motto, what would it be?
Positivity.
That's awesome. Neil, I've enjoyed this way too much. This is so fun. Thanks for being here. I hope we'll stay in touch, and you're always welcome back.
Thank you, Blake. It's an honor to be a part of the podcast. Wishing you and your family the very best, and thank you very much.
Thank you, Neil. Everybody, you've been tuning into the Modern Customer Podcast. Until next time. Thanks for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and follow my content on social platforms where I post daily, like LinkedIn, Instagram, X, TikTok, and more.